Hello, today is Tuesday, April 13th, 2021. So, a couple things. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be remaking Chicken Invaders in Unity. Let me get that turned on. Yes, okay. So, yeah, that's sort of the first thing. The second thing, okay. So, Percentage Guy. Showed up before the notification. Yeah, okay. Glad to see you here early. It's funny how your new logo is new red plus blue. It's more blue divided by red. Yeah, that's kind of true. I mean, to be fair, whenever I made the logo, it was kind of an expression of sort of political statement, and blue divided by red is kind of a good way to, I don't know, characterize the politics in America right now. Anyway, also, this is very desaturated. Why is this so desaturated? There we go. Nope, that doesn't look any better. Hey, how's it going, W? Are you streaming later? Because I think I've seen your. I think it says on your schedule that you are. Also, is a common way to show code. Oh, actually, so I didn't realize. Okay, I'm impressed now. I didn't realize. Yeah, I didn't realize that we could actually type that. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Oh wait, no, it's not. I was gonna say. Oh, I didn't remove the schedule. No. Oh my god. Is there any way that I can easily ban this bot? Wait a minute. I can't. There we go. Report. Isn't moderating. Other contests. Using inappropriate. Rewards. I can't even see the thing that I want. Someone else. Oh, it was on Twitch. Content. No. Account, no. Wait a minute. Other content. In a live stream. Yeah, fine. Oh boy. Apologies. I like to get these banned. Or get these banned. More options. Impersonating something. I think they use incorporated. Bids policy, cheating, revealing. No, it's something else. Links to buy followers. There we go. There we go. I thought I did, as I have a hard time sticking to it. Ah, okay. Yeah, I think I looked at it earlier today, and I think it still shows that it's there. Oh god. Is my stream dead? Oh god damn it. Wait a minute. That was interesting. Okay. I think there was some frame rate issues there, but other than that, it should be fine. Okay. Anyway, let me know if the stream is back. It should be. Yeah, it was almost like friends for sale. Yeah, basically. Hey Grumpy, how's it going? Check DC. Could almost. I'm wondering if there's any way. Yeah, that's an invalid expression, unfortunately. You're having an issue momentarily. Okay. That's not a valid expression. No, that's not a valid expression. Sadness. I was almost like my logo almost fits as a valid expression in code, but no, it doesn't. I wonder if there's any language where that does fit as a valid expression. Check DC. You should get mods. Yeah, I should get mods. Buying friends is one solution to getting up to affiliate. Yeah, it really is actually. Remind me, didn't what was it, Monster Cat or something? Didn't they partner with Twitch where you could just like buy affiliate if you wanted to? But how could could you live with yourself? I don't know, could I live with myself? I mean, if I really wanted affiliate, I probably could create like the bots to do the viewing for me, but like, where's the fun in that? Like, if I were ever going to pretend to have friends, I probably wouldn't buy them. I would just make bots to pretend to be my friends, because then I could make them very agreeable, right? I wouldn't have to go with what somebody else thought was agreeable. I could just make them as agreeable as I wanted to. It sounds like you could live with yourself. Yeah, I probably could. It would depend on how much I wanted affiliate. But yeah, I've been looking into the affiliate stuff. It's interesting. The thing about affiliate that kind of makes me nervous is Twitch apparently gets like some pretty high level claims to your brand and stuff like that, and I don't know how much I'm okay with that, so you gotta think about it. But I haven't reached affiliate yet, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I went through and I made some graphics, or I should say I copied some graphics for this. So these are, let's say, I think these are 512s, like that. I don't know why they weren't showing up. So in here. Also, why is this showing a bunch of junk that I don't want? I don't know why this is not, oh there we go. That's showing some stuff, okay. What did I actually call this? I called this the base color, right. Base. Wait a minute, no. It's the body, right, so we have the outline. Yeah, okay. So I went through and I made some graphics. I apologize, they're not great, but they are what they are. So we'll say this is the base. And I think on top of that, this has like a shirt. So this will be the shirt, this will be the base. This will be a -2. We'll have to create a custom layer for these at some point. This is the outline. We have the base, the actual coloring. Or no, wait. This is the shirt color. Shirt. There we go. And then we have the base right here. And this is the actual base color. There we go. So now we can recolor the shirt the way that we want it. I know that the default ones are some kind of red color. I don't know that I have commands set up, unfortunately. I need to set up commands at some point. But yeah, I don't think I've set them up yet. Unless the Streamlabs bot has some default ones. Or Stream Elements Lab. Yeah, it's Stream Elements. Unless Stream Elements has some default ones. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So the coloring is a little bit... Wait, why is the coloring broken here? Hang on, why is this not... I thought this was... Oh no, it is symmetrical. Okay, it's just my imagination. At least I thought it was symmetrical. Maybe it's not. Weird. Whatever. Not gonna worry too much about it. Get the outline here. We create some sprites and a square and also a wing. There we go. So we can put the wing. This will be wing dot right because it's on the right side, though it's technically the chicken's left wing, but I don't care. Okay, put the wing there. That's one wing. And then we will put this on minus, and then minus. And this is the left wing. Then we can create a little, I think there's some feet that I have for this. Yeah, feet. This needs to be at probably -3, I think. Yeah, it needs to be basically behind everything. So do the wings. They need to be at -3 as well. So this is foot dot right, or no, foot dot left. Okay, put that there. And then we get the other one working. Okay. Foot dot right. Okay. Kind of like that. We need to maybe adjust this a little bit, so this needs to go a little bit up. And we will put that at maybe 0.4, 0.3, 0.35. Yeah, that's probably okay. Yeah, okay. So in the scene we have the chickens now. That's fun. We also have, for the player, we also have the ship. It's divided into two parts. It's divided into upper and lower. The reason being so that we can have... Hey W, how's it going? Well, it's his left foot, all about perspective, yeah. Yeah, I know it's inverted, but it's hard to, the chicken looks like it's seen some things. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I know that the upper, like the left and the right are kind of... Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird. Where even is the enemy prefab? Yeah, I know, it's like, this is technically, like, this is the foot that's on the right, but it's technically his left foot because he's facing us. And so, yeah. I don't know, I mean, I guess, yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're never going to be facing away from us, so, I don't know. I think it'll be simpler just to keep it that way. But it's actually not going to matter, because we're not really animating it. Or chickens on acid. Yes, that's what they're defending, I guess, is they're defending some kind of acid. So this is the ship, and then that will be lower, right. And so I did it this way so that we can add some particle effects, and I think with particle effects we can make them go behind certain layers. So the idea is that the ship will have one engine, you know, a couple engines there, and it'll make the particle effects go behind that. I think that'll work. I don't remember though. So let's create an empty. No, let's create an empty. Chemical acid, of course. Yeah, obviously. Maybe that's why they're invading Earth, is that they want, they're chickens that are addicted to LSD, and they're invading Earth because we're the galaxy's last remaining supply of LSD. That's the story we're going with, obviously. This is the graphics, yeah. And then as far as the laser and the egg go, so we have the egg here, we can actually, this should be one of the easier things to replace. Just have the egg, okay. No, apparently it's not one of the easier things to replace. It needs to be at 111. At 111, yes. Okay, there we go, perfect. And then we have the bullet. This is more of a laser. Yeah, rename it. And then we have this is a laser. Laser? Yes, cool. And that is slightly too big. So maybe 0.1? It's probably fine. I mean, the hitbox is a little bit large, but it'll work. Alright. So now, it actually looks a lot more like the original. Like, a lot more like the original. Very happy with that. Yay. Okay. Let me actually add some more of these. Let's see what we can get here. I don't know how the chickens interact. I don't think they interact with the eggs, is that right? Yeah, they don't. Okay, cool. And yeah, we need to increase the speed of the bullets and everything like that, but other than that, everything is working pretty well. Check DC. Okay, I will in just a moment. Yeah, I kind of like it. Okay. I think one of the things we need to do is we need to do a lot of things. But we need to animate the ship so that it like goes down whenever we fire. We need to, I don't remember if we can turn the mouse invisible or not. I think there's some kind of issue with it, but yeah, let me look at DC really quick. I don't know. Oh. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I actually don't know what that is. Those look like hex code. Is that? No, I don't actually know what encoding that is. Obviously it's encoded, but I don't know what it is. Should limit the spaceship's Y position and make the chickens shoot in your direction. It's hex. Oh, okay. So is it hex encoded something? So we're copying, like in Chicken Invaders 1, you were locked to the bottom, but in later ones you're actually not. And so we're really copying, I'm trying to copy Chicken Invaders basically. So there are different kinds of enemies, or different kinds of enemies that shoot different kinds of stuff. So I don't know how far we're gonna get with those, but you know, try to make some of them. So we have this. What is the projectile speed? Where is that? Is that from the player? Where actually is that? I don't remember where the projectile speed is from. Here? Here. Yes. Okay. And it looks like they all come from the player doesn't have an override for it. Okay, so the projectile speed's going to be determined actually by the projectile, not by this. So that's fine. We can just get rid of that. We can go to initialize, we can get rid of the speed. And I think what we'll do is we'll have a serialized field, and then we'll have protected, float, and this will be the speed. And I know I messed something up with the signature here. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll have the speed be like that. I think the reason that we did this is so that we could pass in a minus speed on the enemy component. No, we just passed the direction. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair. So now we can make the lasers go a lot faster. The hex tells you something about gravel blocks. Okay. I'll try to decode the hex stuff in a bit. But right now, I will not be able to. Oh, right, the player's hitbox is a bit large. Okay. The thing that I wanted to do though is I wanted to make the laser, like the laser blasts, a little bit faster. So let's see here. Probably like a 5 maybe? I think that's closer to the actual speed. And I think they in the actual game they accelerate as they go across the screen, if I remember right. I don't think they have like a constant speed. Also, one of the things you can see, let me open this. Yeah, this is in the game view. That's fine. Okay, well, there's that. But one of the things you can see is that these lasers, they keep going for eternity. They don't actually destroy themselves. The same is true of the eggs. They just kind of sit there and go on forever. So one thing that we need is we need the bullets to clean themselves up. So a very easy way to do this is to just have the bullet destroy itself after a certain amount of time. And this should be in the projectile component, yeah, in initialize. What we'll do is we can just say destroy, and then we can just say game object, which is ourselves, and then we can say after like 5 seconds, we just want to automatically destroy them, because they shouldn't be on the screen after 5 seconds. So yeah, anytime we fire a projectile, it'll just automatically clean itself up after 5 seconds. So we can test that in a minute, but one thing that I'm wondering about is how we can make the bullets speed up in an easy way. The main issue, of course, being that I'm trying to think of how to phrase it, is that some of the projectiles speed up, but others don't. And they speed up in the forward direction. Like, I know how to do it. I know we can do it a bunch of different ways, but maybe we just won't worry about it for now. We'll just worry about, like, spawning enemies. I think that'll be fair. Just worry about spawning enemies. Okay, but as you can see, the lasers and the eggs and stuff are getting cleaned up, so that means that things are working pretty well. Okay. Let's go to the player here and change the size of the actual bounding box. Throw in a delta speed. Yeah, that's a good idea. The thing that I'm wondering is I'm wondering if it's a good idea to just like bite the bullet, because I sort of know what the complicated behaviors are going to be later, so I'm wondering if it's worth biting the bullet and just starting down the complexity train for that, or if it's worth trying to hold out as long as I can and not make things any more complex than I actually need to at this moment. I'm trying to figure out which one's the better option. I guess kicking the can down the road is always probably the better thing to do, just by virtue of the fact that I may not need it. I think that's probably fair. Okay, I think this is about right. Hold out, wait for emergent inherent complexity rather than adding accidental. Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Wait for it. It's the you aren't gonna need it anyway, yeah. That's fair. You aren't gonna need it. Oh, aren't gonna need a principal, yeah. That's fair. Okay, so I think that this trigger now works, right? Yeah, okay, that works. Good. That's fair. Okay, so I'll just throw in the delta then. So what we can do is we can say a float speed delta or something. Or actually, wait a minute. No, we don't even need to pass it in here. What am I doing? What we need is, yeah, delta speed. All right. So what we can do is we can say a protected float delta speed. And I don't know, say the default, we'll keep the default at 0. And then what we can do is we can say that's the velocity. And then in each update frame, what we can do is we can say that the rigid body dot velocity is equal to, what would it be? It would be, well, there's a couple things we could do. What we'll do is we'll say that it's equal to, I guess, rigid body dot velocity. And we'll just add it to it. We'll just add something to it. Say plus equal to delta, or speed delta? Delta speed, yeah. We'll just add delta speed times, well, okay, I guess vector3.1 times time.delta time. You don't like that because it's vector2, fine, vector2.1. Delta speed times time, whatever vector based it's on, yeah. Yeah, something like that. I'm just worried about adding, well, I guess what I'm worried about is adding, well actually, whenever you multiply by 0, is it always, floating point numbers don't have any rounding error when you multiply. Well, I guess they don't have any error whenever you multiply. Never mind. Okay, answered my own question. I was just worried about when this was 0, but I think when it's 0 it won't actually matter. Velocity, base your velocity on, oh right, right, you're right. It's vector2.up, yep. I always forget. That would have been very interesting to watch, though. Bullets would have gone off to the right. Okay. And so now if we add the delta speed, so this delta speed should be the speed up per second. So this would mean that if we add this, if it's on the screen for 2 seconds, it would end up being 2 times the seconds, which would be 9. So it should speed up over time. I think it is, but I don't know. I can figure it out though, because I think they tend to have a rather high speed up in the Chicken Invaders game. I think it starts really low and then it gets really fast. I think that's how it works. Yeah, so you get an effect kind of like that. Okay, yeah, that's the exact effect that I was going for, but I think it's actually closer to that. Go up. Go with a glossy high value to check it, yeah. But yeah, I can see that it's spreading out. But yeah, it has this cool effect where the bullets start like super slow, but they end up really fast at the end of the screen. I could have just based it on the positioning on the screen actually, but it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, it's something like this. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. That's basically exactly what happens. And I don't know why they do that either. They just do that. Like, I don't know why the original game does that. I think 1 is actually the appropriate starting speed. Yeah, okay, I kind of like that. Alright, so now that we have that, what we can do is we can work on different ways of spawning the enemies. So I think in the original, the way that they would spawn, so I'm kind of doing like a hybrid of Chicken Invaders 1 and 2, just because Chicken Invaders 2 has a lot of really complicated stuff. Plops out an egg, and gravity does the rest. So I think the way that I work with the egg is I think I turn it upside down. I think that's how I deal with it, is that I just spawn it at 180, and I can use the projectile code. Yeah, that's what I do. Is I spawn it at 180 and then use the projectile code on it. So it's the same script. But I think the eggs had a constant speed. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it as close to the original as possible. But also I'm trying to do a hybrid between Chicken Invaders 1 and 2, just because Chicken Invaders 2 has a lot of really crazy behaviors that I don't want to try to recreate. Like, especially the spawning code in that game, it's really crazy. They have a bunch of different ways of spawning, so I think what we're going to do... I think the way that Chicken Invaders 1 does the spawning is it creates, like, the layout of where all the chickens are going to go, and then it spawns them off screen and they kind of move there automatically. And so I think that's what we're going to do. So for example, we're probably just going to spawn all of the chickens at once, like right up here. And then we're going to have them kind of move over to their position, wherever it might be. And I think that'll be the way to do it. And then that way we can track wherever they're supposed to be. And then what we can do with that is we can create like a formation or something. And so what'll happen is in the formation, then we can move the formation and we can just have each chicken sort of track where it's supposed to be. It's not super efficient, but it will make the spawning and movement to wherever you want to go animation very easy. So I think that's what I'll do, because it just makes it easiest to think about. So where are we actually going to spawn stuff? Well, actually, we can just use a game object to represent the spawn point. So, okay. The thing we need to do is we need to create some kind of formation. So let's just say something like formation. BRB. Alright. It's the animated percentage guy. So we'll delete this. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll have a formation, and then we'll create a game object. And what we can do, cool thing with Unity, is that we can have the game object have its own like custom little icon there, and so we can see where these are. And so this will be a movement target, or I guess I'm trying to think of what we would call this, and I think that's the best. It's probably the best name I'm going to come up with. Okay, we'll have that. Actually, is there a smaller version of this? No, there isn't. Could make a custom one, but I'm not going to worry about it. So we'll have u at -1, u at -2, -3, 4, something like that. And maybe we'll have these offset by 2. So this will be at -8. This will be at -6, or -4, sorry. That one at 6. Then we can invert this. So this will be 1. Grab all of you, and have you over there, roughly speaking. And we can duplicate all of you. And we can have you, sure, we'll have them offset by 1 here. Something like that. And maybe 1 more. Something like that, okay. These will all be the movement targets. So we'll say movement and target. Okay. So what we can do is we can save this as a prefab. So we'll say this is, I don't know, formation 0. Sure, that'll work. Then we'll save that as prefab, and so we'll just delete this. And what we'll do is we will have, I guess, 2 empties here. These will be like the spawn points. I will just put them at some nice round number. Not that it actually matters where they are, as long as they're off screen. Yeah, put them there and maybe there. Whoops, that's not what I meant to duplicate. That's also not what I meant to move. Whoa, I didn't mean to do any of that. No, I don't want that there. I want that as a child. There we go. Alright. Great spawn point, put that up there. Cool. And then we will Move that over there. Cool. All right. Say spawn point. All right. So in the enemy manager, what we're going to do is we're going to have this also spawn the next wave. So what we'll say is protected void spawn next wave. And then what we want to do is we want to add a couple things to this. The first one is we want to add a list of spawn points. So we'll say protected list of game object, or no, transform actually. And these will be the spawn points. And then we will serialize that. So what this, oh damn it. All right. So what this will do is this will tell us where we can spawn the chickens. And then we'll have a serialized field for the formations, or for the formation, singular for now. This will be the formation. And so what we'll do is we'll just store a formation, we'll say formation prefab. And we'll spawn the formation into existence. And then we will look at the children. Basically we'll just count all the children for this, so it has all of these. Just count those. And we'll spawn that many chickens cut across the different spawn points. And then we'll assign each chicken a place to sort of track, like one of these to sort of move to, is what we'll do. Alright, so in spawn next wave, the first thing we want to do is we want to set up the formation. So we'll say game object formation is equal to instantiate formation prefab. We'll say vector3 0 and quaternion identity. Just spawn it at 0 0 0. And then what we can do is we can say we need to store, well, okay, getting ahead of ourselves. So we'll say for int I guess child, well, no, say index, no, we'll say child, is equal to 0, child, and then we're going to go through the formation.transform.child count. We're going to go up to that number, and then we're going to say child plus plus, this is like the iterator variable, 3 days, 20 hours, 3 days, 20 hours, and 27 minutes. Is that 3 days, 20 hours, and 27 minutes? Trying to think of what that could be. Yeah, I don't know. What is that? Is that the time until you release the next Gravelbox update? Okay, so we're going through child. So for each child in there, I'm going to say game object, and this will be the move target. It's going to be formation dot. Going to be formation dot transform dot child get child, yeah, get child at child. There we go. Get that. Okay, so that's the move target. Why? Oh, game object. This will be the transform. That's all we really need is the transform anyway. Okay, so we have the enemy component. So one of the things that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to set this, we're going to want to make this enemy component track a transform of some kind. And we're also going to need the enemy prefab in here as well. So we're going to say protected game object, or I guess enemy component, enemy. So I guess whenever you release the next Gravelbox update, I'll have to play it. Is that the ones that's going to have the new UI stuff, right? The next Gravelbox update? Because I know you said it wasn't going to be in the one that you released today. So say enemy. So okay, so for each child, what we need to do is we need to spawn we need to find the move target, and then what we need to do is we need to say chicken. So the enemy component chicken is equal to instantiate. Going to instantiate. Whoops. I thought there was a new UI, like a main menu, right? Sorry, not UI, main menu. Completely different thing. So we're going to spawn the enemy, and then we're going to spawn that at... the first thing we'll do is we'll just use spawn points of 0 for now, but we'll make it flip between the two later. I think this is just dot position, yeah. This will be quaternion dot identity. So whenever we do this, then we can tell the chicken that it has a new move target. And so we can say public transform, and this will be the move target. And we'll have a get and we'll have a set. And we'll deal with that a little bit later. But we'll say that the chicken dot move target is equal to the move target here. So that'll tell the chicken to sort of track that transform in the formation. And I think that will mostly work. Alright. Yeah, main menu in the next update. Okay. Yeah. So it's the main menu, it's not the actual thing. That's fine. Alright. So now what we can do is we can say in the enemy enemy component, we can say private void update, and we'll have this track the actual move target. So let's say if not move target, then we just return. What this will do is if we don't have anywhere to go, we just won't do anything, and that's fine. Otherwise, we need to figure out where we want to go versus where we are. Like, let me, first off, before I do all this, just ignore this, this is not really necessary. I'll just show what the enemy manager, like, spawn next wave stuff does first. And for that, we need to say, what we'll do is we'll just say if input.getAxis, or sorry, getKey down. We'll just bind it to the Q key right now. So if the player presses Q, we're going to spawn the next wave. Yeah. So let's just see how that works out really quick. So first thing, we need to assign the formation. Second thing, the enemy. So we have formation 0 here, and enemy 0. So what we should get is, I think this has 1, 2, 3, 4 by what, like 9? I think it's 4 by 9. And so yeah, we should end up with some number of enemies. 4 times 9, 40, no, 36? No, 45? I don't know. Some number. Oh, something's broken, okay. Index out of bounds, next update will also include some Easter eggs. Okay. So, right, oh wait, we don't have the spawn point set up here. You mean some more Easter eggs? Will it have the same kind of eggs that Chicken Invaders does? Will it have a Chicken Invaders level to it? That'd be cool. Okay, so now if we press Q. Okay, so some interesting things happened. We are getting a lot of null reference errors, but we do have some number of chickens here, 36, which seems like the appropriate number. So that did happen, that's good. What happened here? Oh. Wait, why did that happen? I actually don't know why that happened. Nope, okay. I'm actually curious why that happened. I thought that the chicken had the egg? Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, so why doesn't this have a unit component? Oh, it does. Okay. I'm just blind. Alright. So it seems like the prefab just didn't have anything assigned, and that was the issue there. Alright, so now we press Q. Now you see we have a bunch of chickens, and I think they all ended up over there. Yeah, they all did. Okay. So the next step, we also have the prefab, or we have the formation here. The next step is to make them all move to where they need to go. So in here, in update, what we're going to do is we're going to say if vector3.distance between our transform.position and the move target is greater than 1/20th of a unit. That's half of a unit. What we want is 1/20th. dot position. So if the distance between them is too large, what we want to do is we want to move towards the actual position that we're going to. So we're going to say transform.position is equal to, I think it's where we want, no, is it where we are, no, it's where we want to go minus where we are. Is that right? No, it's where we are minus, oh, I always forget this. It's where we are minus where we want to, that would take us, okay, yeah. I think it's where we are minus where we want to go. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll figure it out. Alright. Actually, I think there's a transform.move towards, isn't there? Is that a thing? I thought there was a transform.move towards. No, I guess not. Is going to be equal to... So the position is going to be equal to our move target dot position. No, it's where we want to go minus where we are. Minus transform dot position. So this basically gives us the direction we want to go. And actually we can just store this. Say vector3 direction is equal to this. So this will give us a vector3, and then we can say normalized. So this will make the magnitude 1. So we can say that it's equal to direction times, I don't know, some speed, maybe 2.0. There is, I think, gotta look it up. Is it vector 3? I thought there was, because I think you're right. I think there's some transform dot. What is it? Is it? Oh my god, I don't remember. Oh, is it a game object thing? Move towards is in the vector struct. Wait, transform dot. Transform vector? What? That's interesting. Oh, vector 2 dot move. Wait, there's no vector. Oh wow, okay. Is there a vector 3? Oh, there is a vector 3 dot move towards. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. In 2 points, moving no further than the specified. Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay. Well, in that case, there's actually no point. There's actually no point in us computing the distance, is there? There's like literally no point. Okay, thank you. I thought that was a thing, but I didn't actually remember that being a thing. Okay. So really, that's all we need to do. There's not even any point in computing the distance, because if the distance is 0, it'll just do that for us. Okay. Thank you. I thought that was the thing, but I don't remember it. I couldn't remember it, or I couldn't find it. Huh. Okay, so we press Q. Okay, why did that not happen? That's weird. Oh, huh. Debug. Does it not have position? It has move target, yeah. Why? No, actually, why? Huh. Because the time.delta time... Alright, so let's do 100 times time.delta time. Oh wait, this returns a vector, doesn't it? It doesn't modify the original vector. That's the problem. Whoops. Yeah, I forgot. Vector, I was expecting this to be a transform method, so vector 3 is, yeah. So vector 3s are immutable. This returns the vector. This doesn't actually modify this vector. Yeah, okay. So now things should move. So now if we press Q, you can see the chickens are very slowly starting to move into position, but they're moving into position nonetheless. So the spawn code is also run, not spawn code, but the other code is also running. Firing code is also running, that's the problem. Yeah, there we go, okay. So we have that. That's good. Now we just kind of first need to change the speed of the chickens. So we can say protected, oops, say protected float, and this will be the speed, and then I guess we can set that to maybe a default of 3. That's probably fine. And then we'll just say serialize field, okay. And we can say that this is the speed times time.delta time. Oops, speed times time.delta time. So what this will do is this will move us X number of units per second. That's what time.delta time ends up doing. And so now they'll move at a rate of 3 per second, or 3 units per second. And then in the case of spawn points, we need to basically figure out which spawn point is closest. So what we can do is we can say protected game object closest spawn point. And then what we can say is we can say we can give it a vector 3 position. So this will be the position of whatever we're going to have in our formation. Well, actually, this will be the transform. Yeah, transform. And so what we'll do is, whenever we instantiate the chicken, we'll just say, we'll instantiate it at the closest spawn point to whatever the move target is. Move target dot position. There we go. Why does it not like that? Oh, can I convert from transform? Oh, dot position. We can just have it, well, no, we'll have it return the position. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, this will instantiate the enemy at the closest spawn point, yeah, to whatever the move target is. That way the chickens will have to move the shortest possible distance. So we can say float shortest is equal to the vector3 dot distance between current position and spawn points of 0 dot position. So we're just going to assume that that's the shortest distance, and then we're going to assume that the initial spawn point is equal to spawn points of 0. And actually what we can do is we can move these two around a little bit to make this a little bit nicer. And we'll just say spawn point here. Whoops. We'll just say spawn point there. Spawn point dot position. Yeah, spawn point dot position. All right. So now what we can do is we can say for int index, and we'll say is equal to 1. So we'll start past the beginning, and we'll say index is less than, we'll say spawn points. Index is less than spawn points dot count. Index plus plus. And then what we'll say is the spawn point, we'll say current, or no, create a transform. We'll say current is equal to spawn points of index. Then what we'll say is if, or say, we'll just say the distance here. So say float distance is equal to the distance between current and between the position and the current dot position. So basically what we do is we iterate through each spawn point that isn't the first one, we compute the distance, and we say, if distance is greater than, or we'll say if the distance is less than shortest, then what we will do is we will say the spawn point is equal to current. Otherwise, and then we need to say the distance is equal to shortest is equal to distance. Okay, we'll do something like that. And then we can return the actual spawn point. Yeah, and so that should basically spawn them at the closest point, I believe. Okay, so we hit Q. Yeah, as you can see, they spawn half and half, basically. Yep, perfect. Alright, so what's a better way of doing that? Because this is kind of nonsense code in my opinion. Not a huge fan of it. So, okay. Basically what we end up doing here is we have a float and we also have a transform, and then we have some float associated with it, and then we just want to sort those is what we end up with. I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know if it's worth doing this. If it's worth optimizing it. Well, I say optimizing it, but yeah, we basically want to sort these, and then we want to take, you know, the one at 0. And so I think a slightly better way of doing this is we can say spawn points dot select. Isn't that right? We select each spawn point from the actual spawn point to its distance to the move position. So we say the spawn point itself, and then we say vector3.distance, vector3.distance from the spawn point dot position to the actual position, or the move target dot position. And then what we can say is we can say, oh, you can't sort this, right? Wait, what? That doesn't... We can't convert this to a list because... No, wait, actually, why? Am I wrong about something? Or is the syntax invalid? Syntax invalid? Oh, we need an extra thing. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Can we take the min of... Yeah, okay. I think we can take the min of left, right, such that left dot... oh, item 2. I don't really want item 2. I think I can name these, right? With spawn point as that, and then distance as that. And then I think here we can deconstruct these into spawn point. Yeah, okay. Distance is less than right.distance. Isn't there an overload of sort? Is there? Let me check. Also, I don't know why this doesn't work. Do I need to return left, else y is right? Oh, it really doesn't like that, does it? Okay. No overload. Oh, is this a conversion from... Oh, right. Okay, never mind. This is not what I think it is. This is the pair to pair dot distance, right? Sort across distance. Yeah, we just take the minimum of distance. So the problem with sort, or the thing that I don't like about sort, is I don't think you can sort enumerables. Yeah, I don't think enumerables sort. The other problem is with lists. So you can have a new list of int or something. The thing that I really hate about C#'s sort method is that sort is a void method, and it mutates the list itself. That's why I tend not to use it. But yeah, if this didn't return, if this could just be used in a pipeline, I would use this more often. But yeah. So what we actually do here is, I don't remember, does this sort... Oh no, this grabs the min, right, okay. That's kind of what we want though. So what this does is this will, what we do in select is we basically say for each spawn point, we want to actually output both the spawn point and the distance. Yeah, I thought there was a link version of it. I like that one more. Is it aggregate, or is it aggregate? Aggregate might be a sort. I don't know, aggregate has always, yeah, because this takes a bunch and then returns 1, right? Is it aggregate? So would we do like aggregate, would it be given left and right, we return, say, left.distance less than right.distance, and then if it's true, then we return left, elsewise we return right. Is that how you use aggregate, or am I wrong? Would this be functionally the same as aggregate? Order? Oh, order. Oh, okay. Oh, order by. Okay. Right, there we go. That's smart. Interesting. Aggregate doesn't return a list though. So I wanna collapse this down to one value. Basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to replace this entire function, which just given a list and a position, I want to find the position, or given a list of vector 3's and some other vector 3, I want to find the vector 3 in this list that's the closest to this one. So I'm just trying to collapse this down to one value. But I think all of them are functionally equivalent, right? Like this would aggregate, this would pull them all together, but it would only return one value. Like aggregate, I know is used for, it's like oh god, what's the actual word for it? It's a fold, is that right? It's a folding function. So it's kind of like sum or average or things like that. I think that's what aggregate does. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is. But I think with min, then aggregate is good. Well, I mean, the min also works though, right? Because then I can map spawn point to its distance. Given a spawn point, I can map it to its, or I can, given a pair, I can map it to the pair.distance. Okay, yeah, it's a fold function. Okay, yeah. The only reason I like this more is just because it expresses that it's the minimum. Otherwise, I'd use aggregate. Yeah, fold is a good word for it. Well, there's like, it's like unfolding is like, you can think of it, the way that it was explained to me is that you have like paper and like you unfold paper. So like an unfold is like, you take a base number and then you take an not an accumulator, but a like a delta, and then you can, or then a length as well. So like, given 0, we end up with 0, and then we do the addition 3 times, and so you end up with this sequence, whereas fold is sort of the opposite. So you can fold this into, now you take the piece of paper, it's unfolded, and then you fold it back, and if you fold it with the plus operator, then you end up with 6, right? Or you could fold it with something else where you could say min. Basically, like fold is like you take a sequence, then you convert it down to one value, whatever it might be. But there's certain values that you can do this with and other values you can't. I think division would be one that you couldn't do it with, because division really, a times b is not the same, well, a divided by b divided by c is not the same depending on the order. Yeah, I think that's right. Anyway, this is vector 3 closest is equal to, alright, we need, this will return the pair. So we want a percentage guy. Oh wait, what did min give me? Gives me a float. Oh, that's not what I want. I want to hear your theory. What theory? What do you think bang noises on the gravel box radio mean? Because they have a meaning. I don't know. Of the radio? Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. So this gives me the minimum of the distance. Okay, never mind. Aggregate it is. Aggregate it is. So I guess left, right, and then we convert to left distance. I'm trying to think of what they could mean. I mean, is it some kind of, does it mean, I don't know what it would mean. I'm really trying to think. Maybe next update will help you with theories. So we're not grabbing the distance, we're grabbing the spawn point. Yeah. Dot transform or dot position. So yeah, okay. So this code here is a functional equivalent of this code, and it's just much nicer looking. So we can get rid of that, and this will just be the closest. Alright. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, the thing is that I really haven't heard the noises because I don't use my headphones whenever I'm playing games. Well, normally I don't. And yesterday I was using, I think I had the music on, and so or actually wait, you said that there wasn't any sound effects for Gravelbox. Oh no, I think you said there wasn't any music. But I guess there are sound effects for it. But okay, I think this will work, and this is like functionally equivalent. Maybe it's not. It might work the reverse. Let's find out. Nope, it works perfectly fine. Hooray. Okay. There are some. Oh, okay. What are they? Are they, I assume that, oh, right, because the piston and the rotors have them. Right, that's right. Radio and explosive, okay. So now that we have spawned in the formation, what we need is the formation itself to move, so that the chickens themselves will move. And the formation, I think... Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, is that some of these are at odd intervals. Grab all of you. Yeah, okay, that's better. That one's not the right place. Yeah, okay, I think all of these are better. Okay, so yeah, we need the formation itself to move, or we need all the move targets within the formation to move. Either one will work. We're going to make the formation itself move. So what we'll do is we'll have some kind of component for this. You can do this with the animator. We're just going to call this like a shift component or something. And what we'll do is we'll just have the formation component move its like y value in accordance with like a sine function or something. And so the reason that we use like a sine function, or for those who don't know, let me see. So if you look at a sine wave, and you can either do this with a sine wave or a cosine wave, either one. The cool thing about a sine wave is that it infinitely bounces back and forth between positive and -1. The pi stuff is not really necessary, you don't really need to know much about that. But the cool thing is that it goes between negative and -1, or sorry, positive and -1. So what you can do is if you want something to move back and forth, right, like let's say, you know, you want this to move from, you know, +1 to -1 or something, kind of like that, we can just say, hey, put the x value equal to whatever sine of, you know, time is. So we can say that the transform.position is equal to, and we can say new vector3, and then we can say transform.position.x, or sorry, .y, and transform.position.z. And then what we can say is we can just say mathf dot sine of, let's say, time.time. And so this will just basically hook up the x value of the transform to, if this is an update of course, just hook up the x value of the transform to a sine wave. So it's like super easy to do. Of course this assumes that this starts at 0, 0, 0, but that's fine. It is going to, so it's not going to matter. But anyway, if you want to see what that actually ends up doing, so you see the chickens are following the transform, and because they follow the transform, they follow each new, they follow the move position, and because the move positions are being moved, they're actually following the move positions, like they're actually moving back and forth. They do go a little bit off screen, which I don't like, so let's make the formation a little bit thinner. So Kevin might not be Kevin. Kevin will always be Kevin. Can't make Kevin not Kevin. You can call him something different, but he's still Kevin in everyone's heart. I think this goes over one more, right? Yeah, 6.5. I think that's right. Alright. And so now, again, if I press Q, I think these won't go off screen anymore. Yeah, they don't. Okay, cool. Very happy with that. Alright then. So yeah, that's how we do the movement stuff. We need to animate the chickens a little bit more. You know, one step at a time. But yeah, that's how we're going to do the spawning, I guess, is we'll just have, you know, a formation for each level, and then the chickens will kind of fill in the formation as they want. Yeah, kind of like that. So spawn a new thing. The formations don't get cleaned up, though, but we can spawn like 50 different formations. Just destroy all the chickens. Oh, there's lots of chickens now. It is actually starting to chug a little bit. That's funny. Okay. Alright, we got through that like relatively quickly though. That's impressive. Like I did not expect to get through that fast. We'll work with the shift component a little bit later. Let me check something. Alright, tell you what, I am going to take a quick break and I will be back in like 5 minutes. Oh yeah, we also have a timer for the intermission screen now. It's pretty cool. Alright, and I am back. So I figured what we would do for the remainder of this is we'll just work on sort of the weapon upgrades, because this game does have quite a few weapon upgrades. So let me see if I can find this. So let me look at Chicken Invaders 2. I believe the main one is, so for instance, whenever you have like the green sort of lasers, they kind of clump up like this, and they, you know, gets to just be a larger clump over time. But the laser itself, I believe I think it keeps adding a new, well no, I think it doubles, I don't remember the exact like upgrade path. Because I think you get 1, then you get 2, then it's like they split into 3. Then it might do 4 and then 5, and then I think it doubles the initial 2 or something. It's weird. But anyway, you don't understand. Yes, Kevin is Kevin, but not. Okay. I mean, I guess Kevin is Kevin. Okay. That's fair. Interesting. But then there's also this laser. I remember this being a thing as well. I don't know. We'll mess with the like bullets to begin with. Okay. So the way that we want to do that, for the player, or is it for the unit? Might be for the unit. Think about it. I am thinking about it. It's not making that much sense. The ragdolls aren't alive. They never move. Yeah. What if that means something? I mean, I think the only thing that could mean is they're dead, right? Like, if something doesn't move, doesn't it typically mean that it's dead? Or maybe that it's hiding? Or, you know, it's terrified? I don't know. Or it's... I was gonna say something else. I'm not saying it dies. Well... okay. Okay. Anyway. The way that we're going to do this with... I'm tired. So, to get different weapons and stuff like that, what we need to do, we could do a couple things. So, one of the things that we could do is we could pass in some kind of weapon here. And we might do that. We might just use the weapon to sort of fire itself. Or we might just have like a weapon sort of component. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just dump part of the lore. Sure, why not? So what we can do, let's think about this. So there's a couple ways we could do this. One of them is we could have some object represent the weapons. And then we could pass in a different object for each level of weapon. Or we could have the weapon itself keep track of the level. I mean, I don't think either one is particularly... I don't think either one is better than the other. And in terms of the weapons themselves, we could just have a projectile... You're literally playing with dead bodies. Okay. It's terrifying. Oh, percentage guide, did I tell you? That's all I'm gonna say. Did I tell you I might try to do some Roblox stuff at some point? Probably like you have to find out what happened by yourself. Oh, is Kevin trapped somewhere? Is that what the banging noises on the radios are? He's like trapped in a box or something, or in a room. And yeah. That could get weird. Anyway, I might do some Roblox stuff. I haven't decided yet. Yeah. I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to think about when a good time would be to do that. There's just so much. The biggest problem with it is I'm not entirely sure what's possible, and I'm not entirely sure what the learning curve looks like. But I'm trying to, and I'm not sure how much Lua I need to know for it, or how much. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I don't know. The main thing is like the learning curve, like. It's both the learning curve and also what's possible. Remember the channel that the radio was on? was like 32.1 or 31.2 or something like that. I think it was 31.2. Maybe it is 32.1. Yeah, I don't remember. It's one of those two, I think. Anyway, I'm going to create a folder called weapons, and I'm going to add a weapon. I guess we're going to make this a scriptable object. I'm going to call this a weapon. 31.2, okay. Call this a weapon. What if 30? I'm sure it does have a meaning. I don't know what that. Like, I'm sure it does have a meaning. I just don't know what it could be. So we're going to use system.collections.generic. Of course we are. And then we can say create asset menu, menu name. Let's say weapon or weapons or just weapon. That'll be fine. Yeah, I don't know what it could be though. So there's a couple things we could do with this. So one of them is, so we have our scriptable object here. So basically scriptable objects in Unity, they're kind of a cool little thing. They let you create, so yeah, okay. I was gonna say the difference between a scriptable object. So scriptable object, what it does is it lets you, it's basically like a prefab that you don't have to spawn into the world in a bunch of ways. I can't speak today, and I don't know why. But, so we're going to show in the Explorer. No, we're not going to show in the Explorer. Or it's like a script that kind of exists outside of a game object in a way. It's kind of cool. So anyway, call this weapons. So what we can do is we can go into like a folder somewhere. And then remember how we added the create asset menu thing? So it creates this weapon thing here. And it creates a new little asset here that we can just call, you know, not laser, we can call this, you know, bullet, you know, level, or, yeah, bullet level 1 or something. Level 1. And so basically we can store data on this that we can then associate with like a game object or something, but it doesn't have to be in the scene to exist. It's kind of cool. So the cool thing about them is that you can add stuff to them. Yeah. So what we're going to do, yeah, basically what we're going to do is we're going to store the position and offset and the number of bullets that we want to spawn. And then we're just going to go through the bullets and spawn them. And so you'll basically see how to make this, you know, make this work a little bit with stuff. New version will introduce another hidden UI button. Of course it will. So what we're going to have is we're going to have a public, this will be a struct, and then this will be the, I guess, projectile information. And so what we're going to store is we're going to store a game object. This is going to be the prefab. So the reasoning for this is that the different lasers, like the green weapon, it can spawn different prefabs, but you won't have to find it, because you'll add it to the, what is it? Add it to the command. All it does is tell you that, okay, I see. So we'll store the rotation. What this will be is this will just be like, for the red weapon, there's like kind of a spread that goes on, so they kind of have different rotations, each different bullet. And then what we'll do is we will also store an offset. And this will be like the offset from the actual fire points. This will be vector 3, and this will be an offset. And then what we'll do in the weapon itself is we'll store a protected, or no, yeah, we'll store a protected list of these projectile information structs. So if you need to use a command, okay. And this will be the projectiles that are created by this. And so this will be a serialized field, and then we need to add serializable to this. I don't remember why you need to do that. Like, I don't know why C# doesn't consider a struct serializable by default if all of its components are serializable by default. Like, I don't understand why it wouldn't do that, but I guess it doesn't. And so we'll have a public void fire method. And so now, just to show off what this looks like in the inspector, is we can associate a whole bunch of data with this. So now we have a list of projectiles. So at level 1, we're going to have one projectile, right? And it's going to be element 0. So the prefab is going to be the laser, and it's going to spawn at rotation 0, so it'll face straight up. And if you execute a command, you get some vague backstory. Ah, okay, I see. So yeah, at level 1, we're going to have just one laser thing. Actually, no, I think we have to do it this way. No, we do have to do it this way. Yeah. Yeah, basically we can associate this, or we can now assign this to a field in some game object somewhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the spawn code here and put this in here. And then we will say, we don't need to pass in the rotation, we don't need to pass in the prefab anymore. We just need to pass in, or no, we don't need to pass in any of that. We can just say fire, and then all we need to do is compute whether or not this is the player. We'll say bool is player, just need to pass that in. And so now, what we will do is we will say for each, and then we're going to say projectile information, projectile in projectiles, projectiles. We're basically going to loop through all the elements of projectiles, and then we're going to spawn a projectile for each thing here. What's going on, percentage guy? So projectile component, this will be the projectile component. Then we'll pass in the projectile.prefab, and then we will say, how did I never know about scriptable objects before? I don't know. They're really cool. They're like one of the better features of Unity. The problem probably could have helped me. So the problem with scriptable objects is that once you start using them, like everything, it becomes much easier to just make everything a scriptable object, and they have this really bad habit of taking over everything just because they don't work so well with other things. Like, they're really helpful, but there are issues with it. This will be the vector3 spawn point. But yeah, I would just sort of caution you with them. They're very useful, but there are issues with them. Projectile dot offset. Okay. Really? That's not considered. Wait. No, really. Why is that not considered right? Oh, can I implicitly convert? I've never seen them as issues. They have issues over time. It's not that they're bad. Like, if the issue. Oh, this is projectile component. They just have this bad habit of like, when one thing is when one thing is a scriptable object, whenever you have other things that interact with it, it tends to, basically they just tend to proliferate they just tend to proliferate. That's one of the issues with them, is that you just end up with a lot of them. Like, I've never had a project that has 90 C# classes and then one scriptable object. It usually ends up, it's like 90 C# classes and 0 scriptable objects, or 40 scriptable objects and 40 C# classes. They tend to proliferate quite a bit. That's the issue that I have with them. It's an empty with a script attached to it, yeah. I don't know, maybe it's just something that I'm doing wrong. So here we have fire for unit, but I don't say that as a bad thing as long as you use them well. Yeah, that's true. That's a fair point. It's just a thing that I've noticed. Okay, so we can fire this. And then what we need to do is we need to get rid of these two things. And then we need to, in the unit component, we need to store weapon. It's protected. This is the weapon. and then this will be the weapon. And so now the unit can just fire its weapon instead of having to worry about all the different fire code. And we're probably going to need to change the delay. Probably going to need to move that into the weapon itself as well. This will be weapon.fire, and then we're going to pass in the isPlayer and then transform.position, and that's the fire point. Okay. So basically all we did was we moved a bunch of code into the weapon. It's basically what we did. No overload takes those, because unit.fire doesn't take anything anymore. Is that right? Yeah, okay. Cool, and that's all we need there. Yeah, okay. Alright. And so actually what we need to do, see, here's the other thing too, is that beforehand the enemy didn't have a weapon, but now they do. This is the proliferation thing. Okay, so we have in here, we have our weapons. We have weapons here, and then we need the egg weapon as well. So this is the egg. And so this is going to fire an egg at 180 degrees. And that's what the enemy will use to attack us. Okay, so in enemy here, we need to assign a weapon there. And then this will be the egg weapon, and then the player. That weapon will be the level 1 bullet. Alright. So let's try this. Oh, something's broken. Object you want to instantiate is null. Is it? It is. Okay. Because we need that there. Perfect. Alright. So yeah, we just got done assigning everything. Okay. So it seems to work perfectly. That's always good. So now, let us actually create the level 2 version of this. And we'll say level 2. And so what we'll do is instead of instantiating one projectile, we'll instantiate 2. So this one will be at minus 0.1, and this one will be at positive 0.1. Which now we can just assign this over here, and we can change the behavior pretty easily. So now we should fire 2 bullets instead of 1. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so yeah, they make everything, like scriptable objects do tend to make things much easier. So yeah, as you can see, that's how we're going to do the upgrade stuff. So we're just going to assign a different weapon each time. Yeah, so we have that. And now we can do a similar thing with level 3. So I think at level 3 you start to get a little bit of spread. Oh, so level 2, actually this can probably be 0.15. Just because the original they did have some kind of spread. Now here I think they actually have like true sort of spread. So the rotation is going to be at minus 30, and then we're going to have one, or sorry, we'll have one at minus 30 here. No, wait. Yeah, and positive 30 here. Alright. So now, whoops, we need to actually assign it. But if we go into player and then we assign this, this one should spread out a little bit. Alright, yeah, okay. That's interesting. Oh, because the delta uses vector3.up, not transform.up. Ah, okay, that's a problem. So in projectile component, wait, no, it does use transform. No, wait. Let's use transform.up. There we go. I think Grumpy Game Dev even said that, and I thought that it was, oh yeah, that's the issue. Right. Vector 2. Yeah, there we go. That's fair. I think he even said that, and then I ended up typing vector3.up anyway. But what I noticed was that the bullets were accelerating on the, yeah, there we go. They weren't accelerating on the actual axis that they needed to. Yeah, there we go. Check that out. Are they crossing over each other? Actually, I think they are. I think they're being spawned at the wrong positions. Or I think they're being spawned at the wrong rotations. That's the problem. So we said here, and we made this 30, and we made that minus 30. I think that's right. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. But yeah, now you see that we can spawn all the chickens, and yeah, I like this. This is really cool. Yeah, that's a really easy way to do, like, if you need to change, basically if you need to change the behavior of a method, this is one way to do it without subclassing. And so basically all we ended up doing was, I mean, the only thing this really gets us is that it lets us change the implementation of this fire method whenever we want to. And well, actually, this implementation doesn't do it. It lets us basically change... Oh wait, wrong game. I have yet to meet one that can outsmart. Okay. Okay. It's crazy to me that we still have like 30 minutes left. It's being very productive today. I wish I was this productive with my personal projects. That would be nice. Anyway, so this initializes the damage. We don't pass in the damage. But we certainly can. Because I think they do actually different damage as well. So we can say projectile.damage. Please tell me that you get that reference. I totally get that reference, and I'm not Googling it right now. Nope, totally not doing that. I'll explain I'll explain the reference in just a second. Is that like a Mario reference? No, I don't think so. Oh, okay. Okay, so I have heard that before. I have not heard that spelling before. But yeah, okay, I understand. It's the, is that the heavy? I think that's the heavy. So fun fact, I don't think, no, I was gonna say, I think I've played Team Fortress 2 a total of, I think, twice in my lifetime. No, wait, maybe once. Maybe it is only once. But yeah, I think I played it. But I used to have, like in high school, my friends were big Team Fortress fans, and so they told me about all the memes. But I've only heard the description of that meme. I've never actually seen it written. So 1 and 1. We don't want you doing 11 damage. We want you doing 1 damage. Anyway, let's continue on up here. So we have level 4. I think that has a little bit less spread. So I think it's 20. Sorry, no, I think it's minus 15, positive 15, and then I think it's 30, or no, 40. And we'll say 35. And then positive 35? Or no, sorry, minus 35. And so I think it's probably at 0.2, or no, maybe 0.15. And minus 0.15, something like that. Alright, so let's check this out. What are we going to get here? Alright, yeah, that might be a little bit too much. Because I think the middle ones are supposed to be a little bit closer. So I think it should be closer to minus 10 and positive 10. Something like that. That's still a little far. Whoops. Maybe it is just minus 5 and positive 5 with 20 and minus 20. Something like that. Yeah, that's better. That's a little better. Wow. I really cannot speak today. Jeez. Okay. But this is doing pretty well. I like this. Freaking shotgun, yeah. It really is. Yeah, okay. So there are chickens with different health. That is a thing. I think the enemies can have different health though, can't they? Oh, units don't have health? Oh no, they do have health. It's just not a property that we exposed. Alright, well, it's a really nice field. There we go. Alright then. You can edit the scriptable object. Oh yeah, that's right. That's the other benefit. I forgot about that. Thank you for telling me that. Yeah, that's right. So as W says, you can actually go into play mode, and if you edit the scriptable object, you can actually do that as well. It's basically the same way that Unity components work. So you can do that too. I forgot about that. So yeah, we can just add another element here, and, well, sure, shooting at 90 degrees, because that's effective. But as you can see, we can shoot at 90 degrees, and we can mess with that in play mode, then we can remove that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I totally forgot that was a thing. Yeah, I kind of like this. So now if we add, like, I don't know, 3 health to the chickens, maybe? Because I know that the original, I think that the chickens had different health. I think that was the thing. I know they at least had more than 1 health. I know that was true. So yeah, this starts to feel a lot more like the original. 90 degree wowing bullet. Yeah, basically. But yeah, I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. Alright, and so of course, an easy way... Okay, so we can work on recognizing when the chickens are actually dead, or when all the chickens are dead. So there's actually a kind of easy way to do that. One of them, basically what we do is whenever an enemy dies, so whenever on destroy is called, so basically in Unity there's a callback for on destroy. What we can do is we can say private void on destroy. So before an object gets destroyed, this will get called, and all we can do is we can say find object of type, and we can say enemy manager component. Then we can say, you know, chicken killed or something. Chicken killed. Just waiting for the post-processing. Just waiting for post-processing in Unity particle system. I don't know what we're gonna do with post-processing actually. What can we really do with post-processing? I mean, I guess we can add some bloom, but like, I don't know what else we can do. I mean, I guess we could make all the chickens, like, the shirts could flash different colors, and they could be acid chickens. That could be a thing. Is that really what this channel is gonna be? It's just gonna be only acid games? I think I'd be okay with that. I mean, you'd never get, you know, the brand friendliness score would go to 0, but, you know, it's fine. So we're gonna say private void chicken killed. And then we'll say, in here, yes. Okay. But yeah, we can do that until Twitch actually gives me a brand friendliness score. Then we might have to dial it back, because I'm sure it's going to be 0. And I don't know what I'm going to do then. Do we have chicken component? No, we have enemy components. Okay, yeah. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to say, is equal to 0. We're going to say if, basically each time a chicken dies, we tell the enemy manager component that it died. Why do you not like this? Not method group? Oh really, that's a method, huh? Really? Okay. Oh, is this an array? This is an array. Ah, okay. I know that I shouldn't, but the temptation is very strong to do this. It doesn't matter, but I know that I shouldn't do it. I like the property more. Can you test Gravelbox at the end of the stream? Yeah, I can do that. Sure. Once I show that this works, we'll just go to Gravelbox. It's probably fine. Actually, while I do that, let me start the download for that, wherever that might be. It's in here. Okay. Interesting. Why does it not... So I'm not familiar with Game Jolt. So there's that. Owned? Oh, okay. That's how Game Jolt works. Okay. I think I told it to download. Yes? Sure? There we go. Okay. Hey Omar, how's it going? So the stuff that we got done today, actually let me just... so all enemies are dead. Anyway, so Omar, today, we got, before the stream I did some art, so brace your eyes, basically. Prepare your eyes. These are my chickens. They are terrifying. As Percentage Guy pointed out, if you look at them, they have like a very dead-eyed stare. They just look horrified to exist, but it's fine. Anyway, we have the weapon system kind of working a little bit too. So like this is the level 4 weapon for the red laser, but we can also, I'm looking for the player. If we assign like say the level 2 version, which we can do here, we only shoot 2 bullets now. Yeah, they're dead inside basically. But yeah, we have the weapon stuff working, so I'm happy about that. And so now in just a second, whoops, we took a hit. I don't know why we didn't die, but we took a hit. There we go. And now once the last chicken dies, we get a notification saying that all the chickens are dead. So that's how we're gonna know if the wave has ended. So that's that right here. Anyway, I did promise Percentage Guy that I would look at Scrapplebox, which is another game made in Unity. Also, when we add the acid to the game, yeah, they're on a trip. Yeah, so the idea is that the idea that we're going for is that the chickens are invading Earth because Earth is the only source of LSD left in the universe. And so, yeah, they've gone to every other planet. Thank you. I'm trying to make it as close to the original as I can. But yeah, tomorrow we'll have to go through like animations or something. Maybe we'll do animations. Maybe we'll do something else. Anyway, I'm going to start Scrapplebox. Windows Defender apparently protected my PC against nothing. Okay, so we have all of this. The only source is LSD. Oh, it's a person. That's with LSD. That's a great name. So did you change? I thought you. Wait, what? Why is that? I think you broke something. Cube. It's double the cube. It's very cube. Cube, that's what the kids are saying nowadays. Did you change it so that the explosion force is modified by the size of something? Is that a thing you did? Or of the explosions? Nope. No. Also, did you fix the thing with the explosions where there's multiple explosions? You fixed that. Okay. Okay. So actually, what happens if you... Okay, out of curiosity. Read the changelog. But I don't like reading. Hang on. Can I... Okay. So I'm curious. What will happen? So, Percentage Guy, have you seen anyone try to make something so large that it goes out of bounds? It's like, what happens? Hang on, let me grab with this hand and then just spam with this key. Like, what happens if this gets too large to actually fit in the scene? What does Unity do? I want to know. I mean, it probably just gets locked in place, if I had to guess. But we're gonna find out. But I have. Oh, jeez. Alright, let's see what this does. It just gets locked in place. Yeah, that's all it does. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. Ah, yes. This is perfect. Now we can't do anything with it. What happens if you apply explosive force to this? What does it do? Nothing? Okay, that's fair. Can you try crashing the game with rotors again? Sure. Let's put a bunch of rotors in here. Oh, they're actually causing it to move. Oh wait, what happens with lights? Do lights cause it to move? Oh, they do. Look at that. The lights could just force it out of existence. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I like the new light sprite. That's cool. Alright, so let's get some sentient rotors going. Oh yeah, is there a command to turn them all on at once? Is that a thing? That's gonna be like my favorite command in the game. The new lamp sprite, yeah. Yeah, I like it, it's nice. So we have our group of rotors here. Let's get a couple more. And maybe a couple more after that. And, you know, just keep getting more. Yeah, that's gonna be my favorite command ever. Alright. Light is like, get out of here. Yeah, exactly. The lights are kinematic, so... Okay. Yeah, it seems... Oh. Engine started. Network is reachable via local network. Okay. Yeah, so it seems like you fixed the issue where they were logging stuff. I think they were logging stuff to the console. Is that what it was? Yeah, the lights are kinematic, so they can just push other things around. It's really cool. But yeah, you can just kind of move everything around with the lights. It's really fun. Forgot to remove some debug logs. Yeah. I mean, really what you can do, instead of removing them, well, I don't know. I was gonna say, there's probably ways that you can just not show them in the console. Who are the explosives before the explosives? Yeah, basically. I mean, right now they still do a lot more, I think, than the explosives. Oh wait, you can make the lights larger, can't you? So if I wanted like a much larger light, I could do that. Yeah. Just, now we can really just destroy things. Oh my god, it just destroys. Oh my god, Unity really does not like that. It really doesn't like that. Yeah, it really doesn't like that. Try to get some stuck in the map border, yeah, basically. I love that they're just kind of like a tidal wave. Oh my god. Oh, that's great. It just can't do it. Oh, try to delete the circle of a rotor by itself. You can delete the circle? That's just funny. If you can't, then fix all the... Then can't do either. Try to delete the circle of a rotor by itself. Oh, okay. Okay. So how does the delete actually work? I don't actually know. Actually, wait, how does the delete work? Oh, I wonder. Oh, well, actually. So I can delete that part of the rotor. And that part. And that part. Oh. So you're supposed to be able to do that. Interesting. Okay. So what does this do? Nothing. Okay. So what if I have this spinning? Then I delete it. Oh, so you can't turn this rotor off anymore. Interesting. Oh, but I could create a giant copy of this rotor, couldn't I? Oh, he doesn't do much to the others. Oh, but you know what you could do? Oh, you know what you could do? You know what you could do? You could probably grab this. Yeah, you can grab that. Oh, but there's no way to turn the rotor on. Oh, that's sad. Oh, you can scale in one... Oh, you can scale in one direction. Oh, okay. So if I... that one rotor. Oh, whoa. Whoa, okay. Okay. Well, that rotor is completely broken. Oh, that's funny. Alright, so... Control Shift scales in that direction. Control R scales in this direction. Okay. So my thought... So you can delete the circle by itself, but my thought is, what if you do this, and you just create like the largest version of this you can. And then you turn on the rotor. Thanks. And then we can just grab this. And now, oh, I guess that doesn't do what I think it does. Okay. Huh, interesting. The rotors are being jelly. I like that one that's just gotten all that velocity. That's funny. Yeah, you can delete the circle, and then I think in the console everything's fine. Yeah. Yeah, you can totally delete almost everything. You can delete that, and yeah, everything's fine. So yeah, it seems to be okay. Okay, that was weird. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so I think something is broken there. I like that. That's amazing. I'm not even touching that. Oh, that's amazing. Oh my god. It just warped itself out of existence. Oh my god, that's perfect. Oh, that completely destroyed the camera as well. I'm gonna reproduce that in a second. Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, there's something new in the level. There is something new in it. Game object select. Oh, GM select acid droid. Oh, interesting. So load level default, and then there's GM select. Is GM underscore select acid droid? Or select. Wait a minute, what is the actual syntax of this? It doesn't actually say. GM SM. Oh, okay. SM select object acid droid. Okay. So SM select object. Yes. Is it acid droid and such? Yeah, okay. So let's check that out. Alright, what is an acid droid? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's cool. Alright. We could probably create a whole bunch of these, couldn't we? Oh, they all flash different colors, don't they? Yeah, they do. Oh, that's so cool. Alright, well, you know. Warning, flashing lights warning. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Alright. I do have to get those off the screen, though. But okay, let's figure out what was going on with the rotors a second ago, because I think what it was is whenever you increase the size of the circle, they explode. Oh, they make sound. Oh, okay. Oh, I apologize. I'm not listening to the sound, so I don't know. Oh, okay. So I think what happens, I think what it is if we can get one of these to behave. Okay. So I think the way that we cause them to do ridiculous things is we grab the wheel, and then we just increase the size of the wheel, like insanely. And yeah, it just freaks out after a while. Acid droid play. Oh, it does. And so yeah, then we have this, and now it freaks out. It just, it's great. It just flips out. Oh, that's too perfect. Oh, that's too much fun. Let's just illuminate this. Alright. Yeah, it just... Oh, it's great. I love it so much. And it just explodes. Oh, it's great. Oh, jeez, it's so much fun. It just doesn't know what to do. I think acid droids would make a funny noise. I think the acid droids would make a funny noise going all over the map like that. You should put your headphones on because some stuff has sound. Maybe. Maybe I will at some point. Maybe in the future. But yeah, I just really like the idea of this. This is funny. One thing I want to do is I do want to get like a rotor kind of wedged in this person's arm. So that way, what we can do is we can make that rotor massive. Jeez. Okay, get out of here, the rotor. It's fine. So if we get a rotor kind of wedged in your arm, can we do that? Yeah, we can! Well, this person, I don't know if we can turn it on though. I don't think so. Yeah, we can't turn it on, unfortunately. Actually, wait a minute, I think we can. So what we have to do is I think if we increase, yeah, we can just increase that size. Okay, cool. And so now, now what we can do, oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, it forces Kevin to stop existing, unfortunately. Hey, you don't even have to turn the rotors on. Okay. Oh, it's so great. So actually, they could probably just be any size, right? As long as they're like a little bit. Yeah, they could be any size. Okay, great. We can get tons of these going. Alright, this is perfect. Alright. Yeah. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have to turn it on. In fact, I don't think turning it on actually helps. How many of them can you have get to glitch before the game just dies? I don't know, let's find out. It's great, I love it. They're like little sentient creatures, they're like little friends. Actually, I think if you have large ones, they cause more issues. It looks like I can use this one to manipulate the others. Oh, it's too great. After a while, they just do glitch out. Like, they just stop working. Oh, it's great. It's too great. Scientific experiments over here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of like a game, because I think if the other ones touch this one, it causes a lot of problems. Yeah, it does. Oh, that's so good. I wonder how the lights interact with all of this. Not well. They don't interact very well at all. Oh, it's great. My cat seems very interested in this game. Yeah, it is a little interesting. I'm very interested in this game, actually. It is a really funny, like, I don't know, it's funny to, like, experiment with the Unity physics. The thing that I like is that you can just crush the rotors and they go flying. That's the amazing part of it. They also behave kind of like water, because you can kind of, you know, move them around like water, and then you can just crush them and they, like, explode. It's great. Oh, this game is too much fun. Like, it'd be great if this game had like an actual objective and levels and stuff. That'd be really funny. It's great. Also, it'd be fun if I could make the rotor sentient again. The rotor liquid was really fun. That's great. Probably throw a bunch of ragdolls in here too. Bunch of rotors stops them. A bunch of rotors on the glitchy voice stops them, yeah. I like that one. It's just kind of doesn't really know what it's doing. Alright, I think the ragdolls cause a bunch of lag though. I think that's part of the problem. Like if we get a bunch of ragdolls, I think we can push them around with the light too. But I think they're a little bit more laggy. Yeah, we can. Yeah, that's kind of cool. What have I created? Yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious if you can glitch anything else into the rotor though. Because if you could, it'd be really funny. Like, nope, that's not glitched right at all. Is there any way to make things smaller? Or no, is it just, you can only make them... Actually, wait. I can scale the arm like this. So what happens if you make the arm larger than it can handle? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Huh. Can you still hold him down with lights? They have a collider that adjusts the sprite. That adjusts to the sprite. Oh, that's interesting. I do like this one who has arms. You can press F. Oh, you can make things tiny. Okay. So I wonder if you could achieve the same effect with the rotor by doing this. Maybe. That breaks it in a different way. Huh. Now what happens if we increase the scale of this? Oh, we can increase the scale in one direction. Okay. And now what happens if we turn what happens if we turn this atrocity on? Well, that's very interesting actually. Oh yes, this contraption. Best contraption ever. So actually you could do, so you could increase the scale. Oh no, so this doesn't increase the offset, okay. So then we'd have to increase scale of this kind of like that. Actually, that's kind of interesting. Okay, so with this, we could decrease the scale here. And now we have a negative scale. So we're increasing the scale there. What happens if we put a negative scale on the wheel? It just contorts out of existence. Oh my god, that's great. It just contorts out of existence. Oh, that's amazing. It really does. It just... Oh my god, that's great. I think it actually goes flying. But yeah, it'll just... It just went, yeah, basically. Yeah, it just goes into the fourth dimension. It just... Oh, that's amazing. It just goes flying is what happens to it, but it's still funny. It does genuinely look like it just explodes out of existence. Oh, that's too perfect. Oh, that's too perfect. Oh, that's too great. And it just it just ends up over here. Actually, this is one of them that has been... Yeah, this is one of them that has had the issue. Now, what happens if we turn it on? Oh, that's what happens to it. Oh my god, that's great. This is what happens to them. They just kind of sit there angrily. Oh, that's too great. Actually, why did the button move? Did the button move? Is that what happened? Hang on, let's try it again. Okay. So if we warp you out of existence. Oh, whenever it touches. Oh, it does. Okay. Well, that's great. Yeah. This is what three-dimensional aliens look like. It's a bug, not a programmed bug, but a creature bug. Now it has a friend. But yeah. Okay. So what happens specifically? So what I see is whenever I can still hold it whenever it has a 0. Well, actually, no, I can't. Okay, interesting. It resets to 0 for some reason. So like whenever I grab it here and then oh, that's the wrong place. Okay. So I grab this. So what'll happen is I hit Control F, and then once it goes to negative, then it warps back to 0, 0, 0, and then it becomes this pitiful creature. Okay, actually, so can we increase the size of one of these in the negative dimension? Like this? The rotors are the best thing in the game, yeah. Basically, they are the most fun right now. Oh boy. Oh boy. That one. Alright, well, that creature has a weapon, and it is... It's attacking all the ragdolls. Oh my god. Yep, that creature has a weapon, and it is not afraid to use it. Wait, I wonder what you'll ever do with pistons. Probably destroy everything. Oh god, it's starting to lag now. All right, let's get rid of everything. All right, let's see if we can scale the buttons on their own. Oh, it lagged because I had the time scale thing. All right, so can we scale the button on its own? It doesn't look like we can pick it up by the button, so I don't think so. Yeah, we can't pick it up by the button, so I don't think I can. No, I can't scale the button on its own. It's a part of this. But we can make this much larger. Okay. Now we turn it on. Yeah, nothing happens. Alright. Actually, so what happens if we turn it on this way? Make it super tiny. Now it's disconnected. Which always... it always causes it to do great things when it gets disconnected like this. Oh look, it's like a car. It's like a car, it's moving forward. It's basically a car. Oh, that's funny. It's great. Alright, so what happens if we negatively scale this one? It just goes flying. That's too good. Who knew joints could be so broken? Yeah. It's very odd to me that the ragdolls don't have the same issue. Like whenever I scale this in a negative direction, whoops, yeah, like whenever I scale this in a negative direction, it's odd to me that this doesn't cause problems with the joints. Oh boy. Poor Kevin. Oh boy. Wow, that is... because the rotor is parented in only a few places, it's mostly joined together to fix joints for easy. Okay, for easy to use. Yeah, it's strange to me that the ragdolls don't have the same behavior. But anyway, you asked if I could bolt one down with the lights. I think I still can. I think you still can, even though... it might even be easier to balance him, actually. So we can balance it across this joint, right? Or, come on, sit there. There we go. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Alright, light. Alright, so let's put you here. And then, yeah, we can still bolt them down. But actually, I bet we can make it even harder for him to get out if we grab his arm and then increase the scale. I bet it's even harder for him to get out. Yeah, there we go. I think it might even be not possible. Yeah, no matter how much tensile force tries to bolt a ragdoll with a ragdoll. Well, that's kind of what I was trying to do before, where they're like creating a human chain. Actually, we might be able to do that now if we can scale things up, because these two may not be separable. I don't think they can be separated. So actually, I think we can make that chain that I wanted to make. Yeah, I think we can. Nope, they can be separated that way. Okay. So what happens if I put an explosive here? Nope, that dislodges him. Okay. I still want to do one more thing. Let's get a bunch of lights. You could always scale things up, yeah. So I still want to try the thing where we put a bunch of circles in here and also a bunch of explosives and just see what happens. I should have made this much smaller. I can still make this much smaller. Yeah, I can do that, okay. Now I'll just put a bunch of circles in here and a bunch of explosives and we see what happens. Because I think we can glitch some of the circles still through the thing. Oh, that's interesting. I like how they just like shoot into the level. Oh, that's really cool. Wait, does that screw up the rotors? That's gotta screw up the rotors, right? Oh no, it doesn't. Oh wow. Yeah, I like how they just like warp into the level. That's great. I didn't notice that before. You'll also be able to kinematic circles and cubes, so you don't have to destroy your PC with lights. Yeah, that's true. I really like this feature. This is great. That's amazing. They just do that. Oh, that's great. That's amazing. It's like reverse rain. Oh, that's great. So we can put a bunch of explosives in here too. Okay, yeah. I mean, we can get the multi-explosive thing now, just by doing this. Wow, that's great. It's actually not intentional? Really? Rigid bodies just do that? Oh, that's just amazing though. I mean, I guess the lights, yeah, the lights don't, but you know. That's just amazing. That's just a great feature. It really does look like a feature. See, like you can go up here. Now it's raining. See, it's raining. Oh, that's great. Actually, what do ragdolls do? Wow, that looks painful to ragdolls. It's raining men. It's raining men. Alright. Try to get things stuck in the map border. I think we tried. I don't think it's possible anymore. The only way... Because it's something I actually did want to fix. Yeah, I don't think it's possible anymore. So if we create a bunch of circles, the theory is that if you create a light and then you scale up the light, then you just knock over this tower of circles. Actually, that's really interesting that you can create a tower of circles like that. Yeah, it looks like it's not possible. Yeah, they seem to refuse to go into the map border. Actually, can we talk about how we can create a tower of circles? How does that work? Also, cubes and cubes to defend my tower of circles. Okay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? How does that work? How does that work? How does that work? I think it has to do with like the sleep threshold. I do like that it's ever so slowly spacing itself out. Oh, that's a great effect. Oh, that's amazing. Alright, so I bet you we can do... Hang on. Oh, check that out. Alright. Yeah, watch this. We can do this. It's like a tree growing. Oh, that's cool. I love that. That's amazing. Oh, that's too perfect. And I think it grows naturally on its own. Look at that. Yeah, because of all the pressure. It might be, but I think it also has to do with the sleep threshold. Well, I mean, no, actually, because you can... So the colliders could actually be 100% round. There are ways, actually the simplest possible type of physics engine simulates completely round colliders. They're actually usually not done, but yeah. Oh, he is? Okay. I was wondering if Vulcan was going to stream today, because I didn't see a thing. Is it a late stream or something? Oh yeah, there's Vulcan. Okay. We'll raid Vulcan. Yeah. Alright. Oh my god, why do I have to actually... There we go. Is there a faster way to raid other than just typing it in the chat? I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys a bit later? Yeah, a bit later.